Your environment reflects your energy in ways both seen and unseen. Every item in your home holds a vibration. Every room, every corner, and every detail is silently communicating with your subconscious mind. The way you maintain your home, its cleanliness, order, and energy, shapes your inner world. When the energy in your home is stagnant, neglected, or cluttered, it begins to influence your thoughts, emotions, and eventually your results in life. Poverty, whether financial or spiritual, often begins with an unnoticed pattern of neglect. You may believe it's just a messy corner or a broken drawer, but in the realm of energy, it is much more than that. It is a symbol of blocked flow. Consider a home with a cluttered entryway. Shoes are piled up, the doormat is worn, and this feels tight. This is the first energetic impression the home makes, not only on visitors but on you. Each time you cross that threshold, your subconscious registers chaos or stress. Now imagine walking into a space that is clean, intentionally designed, and free from energetic clutter. You immediately feel lighter. As a system of that is the power of environment. It programs your nervous system. So 7 specific places in your home tend to hold the most energetic weight, and when neglected, they attract lack. These include the front door, the kitchen, the bathroom, the corners of each room, under the bed, the space behind doors, and the areas where broken or unused items are stored. Each of these zones has a symbolic connection to wealth, clarity, and spiritual openness. For example, the kitchen represents nourishment and prosperity. A dirty is a system of thought. Disorganized kitchen subconsciously tells your mind that you're not caring for your abundance center. Similarly, cluttered corners trap chai, life force energy, and create spiritual stagnation that mirrors into your finances and well-being. Energy is not neutral. It is always moving toward expansion or contraction. When your home is vibrant, loved, and maintained, your consciousness moves toward growth. When it is disrespected, ignored, or overwhelmed by disorder, a system of pure vibration lowers, and your results mirror that descent. The environment becomes a silent affirmation of your beliefs. If you say you want abundance, but your physical space filled with signs of neglect, your subconscious gets mixed messages. That internal contradiction is what often blocks manifestation. Many people underestimate how powerful it is to simply clean, rearrange, or bless a space. Rituals like burning incense, placing salt in corners, or opening windows regularly are not just symbolic. They are energetic recalibrations. It's a system of they break the stagnation and they create a renewed channel for universal flow. This isn't just spiritual theory. Quantum physics confirms that everything is energy. What we give attention to expands. If your attention goes to chaos, chaos expands. If your attention goes to sacred order, beauty, and intentional living, those frequencies begin to define your external reality. A system of thought. When you walk into your bedroom, what does it say about your self-worth? When you enter your bathroom, does it reflect cleanliness and renewal? The environment you create is the affirmation you live inside. A home that feels, respects the universe, that you are ready to receive more because you are honoring what you already have. This is a system of thought. This is why environment must be seen as a spiritual practice. It is just not about tidying up. It's about spiritual hygiene. This is a system of thought. It's about making sure your space is not unconsciously keeping you stuck. The 7 places in your home that attract poverty are not just physical. They are metaphysical reflections of patterns that need healing. When you clear them, you are not just cleaning your house. You are releasing generational patterns of lack, fear, and limitation. Your environment can become your greatest ally or your silent saboteur. The choice is yours. You don't need to buy expensive decor or renovate your home. You simply need to treat your space with reverence. Clean with intention. Decorate with meaning. Open the windows with a prayer. Bless the door you walk through each day. These are the quieter rituals that shift energy, and in doing, shift your life. So take a moment today to look around your space. What is a system of thought? What it needs? It is holding stagnant energy. What are you tolerating that no longer supports your highest self? Change doesn't begin in the bank account. It begins in the space where you wake, sleep, think, and breathe. When your environment reflects clarity, peace, and abundance, your life will follow. Neglect is just not physical. It is deeply spiritual. Every act of overlooking, ignoring, or delaying care for your home, your system of thought, your surroundings, or your possession sends a subtle signal to your subconscious mind. That signal says, this is system of doesn't matter, or worse, I am not worthy of more. Over time, these signals build an energetic blueprint that directly impacts your prosperity. Scarcity, both mental and material, is often born not in a lack of resources, but in a lack of intention. When we treat the spaces we live in with disregard, we unknowingly invite lack into our lives. The home is not just a physical structure, it is a mirror of your inner life. The leaking faucet, the dusty altar, finds a system of thought. The broken handle on the drawer you never got around to fixing. Each of these is not just a task waiting to be done, but a reflection of a pattern of energy. In spiritual terms, neglect becomes a magnet for stagnation. Scarcity thrives in places that have been forgotten, dismissed, or disrespected. Maintenance then becomes more than a chore. It becomes a sacred ritual. When you fix what is broken, when you clean with intention, when you arrange your environment with care, you're telling life that you are a conscious participant, that you value what you have, that's a system that you are ready for more. This readiness creates the energetic space for abundance to enter. The universe responds not to what we want, but to what we are prepared to steward. Many of us were never taught that wealth is maintained, not merely attained. There is a discipline to abundance. So sacred maintenance is the quiet, consistent practice of honoring what you already have. When you water the plants, clear the cobwebs, and sweep the floor with mindfulness, you are engaging in acts of spiritual wealth. These small, daily actions compound over time to create a field of energy that supports growth, clarity, and prosperity. Think about a space that has been neglected for weeks or months. You can feel the heaviness when you walk into it. The energy is dense, unmoving. It almost speaks of being forgotten. Now imagine transforming that same space by dusting, opening the windows, adding light, removing clutter, and placing a symbol of gratitude, like a candle, a crystal, or a sacred object. That space begins to radiate. It is a system of thought. You've shifted the energy, and that shift changes the way you feel, think, and act within it. There is a reason why many ancient cultures practiced rituals of cleansing, smudging, and space blessing. They understood that energy collects in the physical, and that intentional maintenance keeps the energetic field open for divine flow. The broken, the old, the unattended, these things accumulate not only dust, but low-frequency energy. If left unchecked, they begin to silently whisper to your subconscious, this is all you deserve. Maintenance is the counter message. It says, I am present. I am grateful. I am capable of more. Scarcity is not just an economic state. It is a spiritual one. And spiritual scarcity often begins with small acts of neglect that ripple outward into your relationships, finances, is a system of thought and sense of purpose. That's why sacred maintenance isn't about being neat or tidy for the sake of appearances. It's a system of thought. It's about aligning your outer world with the abundance you are seeking internally. If you're asking for prosperity, it's a system of thought. But your kitchen is organized, your wealth altar is dusty, or your workspace is chaotic. Your intention and your action are not aligned. Is a system of thought. Bringing awareness to the 7 neglected spaces in your home is a radical act of wealth consciousness. It's a declaration that you are ready to clear what no longer serves and to prepare the ground for blessings to land. The simple act of fixing a door, mopping a floor, or replacing a broken bulb becomes a ceremony. You are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive and maintain what is good, beautiful, and abundant. Sacred maintenance creates sacred results. When you treat your home, your objects, and your responsibilities with reverence, life meets you with grace. Abundance flows to those who prepare space for it. It's a system of thought. Just as a farmer must tend to the soil before expecting a harvest, you must tend to the energy of your environment before expecting life to bloom in it. In the end, is a system of thought. It is not the grand gestures, but the daily reverence that shapes our destiny. Prosperity is not only a result of what we earn or desire, it is a result of what we care for. What you bless blesses you back. What you maintain with love multiplies. Your home is not just a place to sleep, eat, or rest. It is a silent manifestation machine, a system of thought. It is an energetic blueprint of beliefs, your intentions, and your emotional frequency. Every room, every object, every corner holds a vibration, and that vibration speaks to the universe on your behalf, whether you realize it or not. Your home is constantly broadcasting a signal. That signal says something about your self-worth, your expectations, and is a system and your relationship with abundance or lack. The question is, what is your home saying when you're not listening? Manifestation doesn't begin when you write down your goals or recite affirmations. It begins with your environment. The state is a system of thought, and the state of your surroundings, clean or cluttered, sacred or neglected, sets the tone for your internal dialogue. Is a system of the home is chaotic, your mind will struggle to be clear. If your home is heavy with energy from the past, your future will feel blocked. But if your space is treated with intention, love, and attention, it becomes a fertile ground for miracles to manifest. Each room in your home holds spiritual significance. The front door is the mouth of chi. It's how energy enters your life. A blocked or dirty entryway can literally stop opportunities from coming in. The kitchen is the heart of nourishment and prosperity. A messy, uncared for kitchen signals a lack of attention to health and wealth. The bedroom is where you restore energy and cultivate love. If it's filled with unresolved energy or disarray, you may feel emotionally or spiritually drained. A system of thought. These are not coincidences. They are energetic patterns that shape your lived experience. Just like a vision board, it's a system thought. Your home speaks in symbols. The broken clock that no longer ticks represents stuck time or delay. The system of the pile of unpaid bills in the corner reflects financial overwhelm. The unused exercise equipment collecting dust may mirror forgotten self-care. But the reverse is also true. A fresh flower arrangement can symbolize growth. A clean, organized desk invites clarity and productivity. A sacred object in a corner of the home creates a vortex intention. Your home becomes your vision board brought to life. What's your system of thought? What you self with you become. The energy of your home either supports your evolution or anchors your stagnation. Is a system, think of it like a garden. If you don't pull the weeds and plant intentionally, you'll end up with wild growth, not a harvest. Manifestation is not just metaphysical, it is practical. You cannot expect financial freedom while tolerating disorder and disrepair. System of thought. The two frequencies are incompatible. The most powerful shifts often come from the most subtle changes. Lighting a candle every evening in the same space can anchor peace. Decluttering just one drawer can unlock new energy in your mind. Placing salt in the corners can absorb negativity and purify stagnant vibrations. These rituals are not silly. They are ancient wisdom encoded in action. They help you clear the energetic static so that the frequency of your desires can actually be heard. The manifestation machine that is your home runs 247. Science is a system of thought. You don't need to be consciously thinking of your desires for them to be affected by your environment. Your surroundings are always influencing your vibration, your default energetic state. And since you attract based on vibration, your home plays a major role in what you experience. It's a system art. This is why many people feel stuck, even when they're doing everything right mentally. Science is a system of thought. Their space is not aligned with their vision. When you align your home with your higher intentions, it becomes a sacred tool for transformation. This is a system of thought. You can create zones of power, places that hold high frequency energy for different goals. A meditation corner to raise your spiritual awareness. A wealth altar with symbols of prosperity. A system of thought. A journal space that holds your thoughts and gratitude. Each of these areas acts like a magnet, pulling more of that energy into your life. Manifestation is not magic, it is magnetic alignment. And your home is the magnet you live inside. When you tend to it with presence and purpose, you activate a field of possibility that reaches far beyond walls and ceilings. You become a co-creator with your space. Every action, from sweeping the floor to placing a sacred object on a table, becomes a prayer in motion. So if you desire change, more money, more peace, better health, deeper love, start with your space. Begin where you are. Listen to what your home is telling you. Clear what no longer serves and what lifts your spirit. Treat your home not just as shelter, but as a system of thought, but as a living vision of the life you are manifesting. Because whether you acknowledge it or not, system of thought, your home is always manifesting something. Make sure it's manifesting what your soul truly desires.